I want to talk about Katt for a hot second, just a hot second. He did that interview on Shannon Sharp's platform, and there was a conversation interesting enough that people start being afraid for Katt because some of those guys he was talking about, including yourself, y'all got money, y'all got power, influence. So I want to kind of address that about being mindful what you say on platforms.
Right.
You mad at Shannon Sharp at all for even having him? Now that we've had you and I are both interviewers, did you put the blame on Shannon? Did you feel some type of way about Shannon having him on there?
Man, I love Shannon Sharp, man. Shannon didn't control what came out of his mouth.
Yeah.
Nah, man. I see Shannon, I give him a big old hug, man. You know what I'm saying? Because Shannon doing his job, he just doing the interview.
Right.
You know, and it ain't his fault.
Yeah. Some of your fellow comedians kind of are anti-Shannon right now. Because of that moment, because they're like upset that he had him on the platform. Were you bothered when it came Chappelle didn't like what Katt was saying?
It's a lot of people didn't like it. My issue was, well, first of all, let me start by saying I have never done anything to Katt at all, ever.
Right.
You know, it's unfortunate and sad that, because my goal is to wake up and try to have a great relationship with all of my colleagues. All. You know, that's just the way the world works. That's just the way life is. You're not going to be able to have a relationship with everybody. But I have a relationship with people who I need to have a relationship. That's Dave Chappelle and Steve and Sid and Kevin Hart or whatever. I don't have to be approved by everybody to be validated.
Right.
I don't have to be approved by no fraternity, no sorority, nobody to be validated. I am, regardless of what anybody said or think about me, I am the grandson of Ernest Smiley. You understand? See, I don't even walk around with paraphernalia on anymore. I don't have to throw up the Q hooks. I don't have to throw up KK Psi because I'm a member of Kappa Kappa Psi, the band frat too, because I play trumpet. I don't have to do all of that stuff because I know who I am. So when I go to stuff, I go as Rickey Smiley. When I take pictures with anybody in any organization, any fraternity, any sorority, I have to throw up nothing because I was Rickey Smiley. I am Rickey Smiley. I'm the grandson of Ernest Smiley. I whatever character I do, if anybody want to make from all of the characters that I do, I'm a talented comedian that do a lot of characters. Bernie Jenkins, I do the redneck character, Buford. I do Lil Darryl. I do Precious. I do Joe Willie and the Deuteronomaires. I done played different characters in different TV shows and movies and all of that kind of stuff. And, you know, you single out one character or whatever to try to emasculate. Man, I got kids. I got grandkids, you know, all of that stuff, man. I put a video on TikTok where I took my phone and went down the wall. Everybody that came out of this house graduated college. And I ain't never smoked or drank a day in my life. I'm a good person. I'm not a perfect person, but I'm a good person. And I know who I am. I know what I was saying is crazy because it's funny that people don't know what you're dealing with and what you're going through. That's another reason why you have to be mindful. Man, that interview came out the 1 year anniversary of my son's death when I actually felt my son's death. So I left my house here. I went down to Florida to sit on the beach to get my mind right because I was going to therapy twice a week and I was going to physical therapy because for some reason my back was in a lot of pain. I take a deep breath and it was like having these shock and I'm having this. So I was going to physical therapy and I was going to therapy. Man, that damn interview dropped. You would have thought that I had molested some children. I got dragged on the internet and the 1 year anniversary of my son's death is when I actually felt it, right? Because when my son died, I had to protect my other kids and protect my family and make funeral arrangements. I felt like that was the first time I actually felt like my son died. Yeah. But the only difference is I didn't have no casket and no flowers and no condolences. So the 1 year anniversary of my son's death, I'm sitting there and I get a text message from Roland Martin and I didn't know what he was talking about. And all of a sudden my phone started blowing up and different people sending text messages and I felt like memes were being made and then I addressed it on the radio. That became a big deal. Right. And just got drugged for like weeks, made you feel like you wasn't part of the game no more, made you feel like you done something wrong, going in gas stations, going in Walmart, the way people was looking at you and the way people treated me for those first few months as if I've done something wrong. And the issue wasn't what he said. The issue was the fact that everybody believed what he said. Because
Right.
none of it was true.
Right.
None of it. Not what he said about me. I'm talking about me. None of it was true. David Talbot came out, uh, you know, and set the record straight. Ice Cube came out and set the record straight. But like, just because, somebody articulates something perfectly and make it sound good, that don't mean that they telling the truth. And Steve
That's what
said that.
for the same thing. Yeah.
It's a fact. I say and stumble over my words all the time.
Right.
I might not sound like I'm telling the truth now because I'm looking around and expressing myself. I have absolutely no reason.
I think that's somewhat of the genius and the talent of Katt. He's a great orator. He can.
Yeah, talented. I just hate it. One of the most talented comedians in the country. I just hate it. We just gave a response on the air, try to be professional, try to be nice, try not to stir it up. We got people that we have to answer to. I work for a black woman. I work for Kathy Hughes. I work for Alfred Liggins and David Cantor. We're trying to do business with Disney and all this stuff, man. I can't be in it's I have people to answer to, so I have to handle myself professionally. Then people took the thing that was real disappointing. I started my morning show off with a gospel. First 15 minutes is gospel music, try to get people, encouraged. And we just give God praise. For the first 13 minutes of the morning show, I played 3 gospel songs. And either that morning, I was having a real tough time because I was going through that 1 year of grief. And the fact that people took the video of me crying
Right.
about my son
And then flipped it, right?
and it said that I was crying about what somebody said about me. If I cried about what somebody said about me, bruh, I would be committed suicide by now. And just the fact that people can get on the internet and take a clip from here and say, this caused him to do this. And you just have to sit there and look at all the lies and look at all the people that's sharing it and all the comments. And you be like, I never knew all these people hated me. Did nothing. We help people with breast cancer. We talk about get people therapy. We don't do nothing but serve and help people, shake people's hands after the show. Helping the kids over in Africa, give away toys to people in the community who don't have anything. In Birmingham, working with all these different police departments, donating to this, donating to that. I didn't know all these people hate me like that. What did I do to be hated so bad? That bothered me more than anything.
I can see that because I'm gonna wrap us out because just out of time and other and commitments for the schedule.
Yeah.
I think it goes back to what we said earlier about more money, more problems. What comes with success? It just seems that that's what it is. Fortunately, Rickey, yeah, you're successful, so people just like I might feel better if I don't see you doing, if I see you getting yanked down, right? I think that's part of what it is. I know that on our end, that's how I take it. It's just like,
but man, God bless him, man. God bless him. God bless his family. I wish him nothing.
And you really mean that, Rickey? You never wanted to. If I see him, Steve said he would put hands on him.
Nah, listen, man. That's not the first time Katt said that. I actually had a conversation with Katt after the first time he did. I said, "What's the problem?" And we were standing outside of a Starbucks on 14th Street in Atlanta, right there down from the Four Seasons, and had a whole conversation. My granddad was in the car. And after that, I thought we were cool. Then all of a sudden, this right here. But man, and I talk about it. I break it down in the book. Make sure anybody that's dealing with grief and loss, make sure that you get my book. Sideshow is gonna help you, man. And we just hope and pray that all the comedians get along, that all the athletes and the rappers, everybody, because we got kids watching us. And, I just have peace and love for everybody. I don't want no smoke because I'm too old to go to jail.